Okay, so here we have some text. I'm gonna add some text, but I'm gonna use this add-in. I'm gonna use this one. So actually, let's click here. Apparently, there's an arrow there. I'm gonna write ChatGPT add, and here update. Click on here. Presentation, title of the presentation, let's say deep work. Number of slides, just 1 or 3. All right, and now let's say we have this text here. So what you can do is all this text here, you can select, can right click and convert to a smart object. Now, let's say we would like this type of smart object, or this one, or this one. So here we have a lot of options. Can increase the size. And we can also move this here. And with the designer, we can click on here, and now we also have some text. And we can also change from here pretty fast. But at the same time, we can still change. You can still change the layout, because this is still a smart art graphic. You can choose from here for more. But quickly, we're gonna customize this one here. First, this one. Even if, of course, for this one, we can right click, and then here we can add something. Let's say we would like to add a smart object here. So we can go and insert, and here we have smart object, and we can choose from something, but here's just one text, so it's still something we can add. Smart object, but for just this text, we can customize it. So format shape, go to text options, text fill. So I'm just gonna add some shadow or some reflection. Increase the text size. Now for this one here, this text, for this one, we can go here and change the text box vertical alignment. Can change to top, middle, or top centered. So we have here option to change the text. Let's say you have more text, and also from here we can change this, so you can add some effects to this. You can even add some 3D effect. Of course, we can change the text. And here we also have other options. To add shadow, we can add a fill, of course, or just white. So every single time, let's say I add a new slide here, change the layout, and now I'm just gonna add a text box, and in this text box, I'm gonna write this, and now this, and now I have some Laurent text. For this one, just right click, and when you right click, Here, as you can see, we can format text. We can also link this, but what we want, we can go to insert here, click on smart objects, or we can also click on shapes. Also, we can add some text, some shape here. So we have the text shape. We can add this text inside the shape if you want to, and then you can remove this one. But for this one here, we can resize this one. So change the left margin, right margin, top margin, from middle to bottom to also top. And if you want, we can right click, and from here we can send back and remove this one. Now let's highlight and convert to a smart object. Here this is pretty nice because you can add a picture. You can click here and here add a picture. Or we can convert to text or convert to a smart object. So and now what I like, what's really nice when you convert to a smart object and you have text inside a shape, you can now, if you resize the shape, you will resize the text as well, which will save you time, because if you were to add text, if you're doing this, you add a shape and then text, and then this text is not inside the shape. If you want to resize the text and the shape, well, you won't be able to do it because you have to do it one at a time, text first and then the shape. But it's good practice to actually add a text inside a text here, because now you can also go to text options, and from here you can change text box, and just you can also of course shrink to text overlay, which what this means is now I add a lot of text. Let's say this one, as you can see, is text is not inside the shape. So the solution for this problem, you can go to text options, and then here in text box, click on shrink text on overlay flow, click on this, and now voila, this saves you a bunch of time. And now you can highlight the text and maybe convert to a smart object, and you can click here on more smart graphics, and here you have more options. And it's good if you add bullet points here. Let's say you're doing this smart object, it's really smart. So let's say I'm adding like this, and now I add some bullet points. Of course, here you can change exactly, remove before text or just the way you align the text, but from here. But now if I can convert, but you know, this smart object will actually see that I have this dots here. You will look after. So also take in consideration if you want text, you want dots, you want bullet points, this will affect actually in the smart object, in the smart art. And from here, as I said, you can add some light, but you can also go here in format shape and change here the gradient. You can add a picture and pattern, so there's a lot of options. You can add reflection, you can add shadow, you can change position, and yeah, that's pretty helpful